Alright, today we're going to talk about area of circles. Okay, this is 7th grade, chapter 8, lesson 4. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few definitions first and get into some examples. Okay, the first definition is radius. Okay, radius is a measure from the center of the circle, the midpoint, okay, of the circle to the outside edge, okay, halfway across and half the diameter. Okay, so in this example we've got a radius, okay, from the outside edge of the circle to the center point. Okay, that's the radius, halfway across. Okay, our second definition is diameter. The measure from one outside edge to the other side while going through the center of the circle. Okay, this is all the way across, or twice the radius. Okay, so here's diameter. We've got the full circle from one edge to the other going through the midpoint. Okay, that's important that it goes through the midpoint. Okay, and we can see that's 2 or twice the radius. Okay. Our third one is circumference. Okay, you won't be touching on that a lot this year, but circumference is the distance around the circle. It's similar to perimeter for other figures, but it's the outside measurement around the circle. So in this little example, okay, we've got the circle, so from this point all the way back around to the same point. That's circumference, the outside measurement. Okay. And the last one is pi. Okay, the ratio of the circle circumference to its diameter. And I've set up a ratio here. Remember that fraction mark means to divide. Okay, so circumference divided by diameter should get you pi, close to this. Anyway, the number that goes on forever. Okay, some of us know this, some of us don't, but it starts with 3.14159, and a lot of people says it goes on forever. It does not repeat. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into some examples. You should have these notes. Okay. For 7th grade, since we don't have a calculator in 7th grade, they've helped you out to reduce that pi number to just 3.14. Okay. They also give you the option of using 22 over 7. Okay. My preference is to use the decimal, but if you feel comfortable, if you've got fractions in the problems, feel free to use that fraction as well. Okay, and we'll use our reference materials. If you have some, if you look it up, I wrote it down here for you, or typed it out there for you, in case you don't have it. Okay, so this A obviously means area of the circle. Okay, equals pi. That symbol we're going to represent with 3.14. Okay, R, we're going to use radius, or halfway across the circle in this formula, and squared. That exponent up there is squared. Okay, so our first example. First example A. Okay, we've got a line here and a measurement of 8. Okay, so using that formula that we just pulled out, okay, A equals pi r squared. Okay, we're going to calculate the area of this circle. All right, so area. We're going to replace any symbols that we don't, or that we have in this formula. So A, we do not know the area yet, so we're going to leave A there. Okay, pi. What do we say we're going to use for pi? Okay, up here it says 3.14, so let's replace that. 3.14 instead of that symbol. Okay, now my radius. Does this give an exact representation of the radius? Yes, it does. It goes from the outside edge to the center point. That radius is 8. Okay, and we leave it squared. Remember that squared, or raised to the power of 2, means we're multiplying by itself, right? Okay, so instead of writing this, we can write it out as 8 times 8. Okay, everybody got that? 8 times 8. Okay, so now we want to simplify this problem. Okay, we've got area equals 3.14 times 8 squared. Okay, I've already written this out. That will give us 64. Okay, so I can replace this now. Area equals 3.14 times 64. Okay, and now we can do multiplication here. Okay, I forgot to mention, don't forget your PEMDAS rules. PEMDAS rules. Okay, parentheses. We couldn't do anything inside the parentheses, so we left that alone. Okay, then we moved on to exponents. Okay, that squared told us to multiply 8 times 8, so exponents there. Do that first, and then we multiply or divide. Okay, so we took care of that exponent, we reduced it to 64. Okay, now it's pi, or 3.14 times 64. And with that we get 200.96, or 96 hundredths. Okay? Alright, B, our next example. Okay, we're still using the same formula of area equals pi r squared. Okay, in this situation though, what do they give us? Okay, this is the diameter now. Okay, remember back in your definition, diameter is twice the radius. Okay, radius is half the diameter. So in order to get half of this, we need to divide by 2. Okay, so we don't need diameter, we need radius. Okay, so 12 divided by 2 should give us 6, our radius. So our radius equals 6 here. Okay, so let's plug in what we know. Do we know the area yet? No, that's what we're calculating. We're using what for pi? 3.14. Okay, and our radius we just calculated is 6. Okay, and squared stays the same. Okay, now remember PEMDAS rules? Okay, parentheses. Is there anything inside these parentheses we can do? No. Okay, exponents. We do have an exponent. Once again, squared means multiply times itself. Okay, so now we've got 3.14 times 36. Okay, multiply or divide. Okay, we multiply here and get 113.04. Okay, and if you do have an opportunity to round on these problems, I would recommend rounding to the nearest hundredth. Okay, but there's your 2 examples. I'll let you be able to pause it right now. If you have any questions, let me know.